Welcome back, World Cup fans! To no one's surprise, the 97 World Player of the Year, Ronaldo, has made it to the top goal-scoring list on match day 1. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss a beat in this World Cup heat. The bagpipes in Bordeaux are sucking all of that Norwegian air into the stadium at the Parc Les Scours. The Scottish and Norwegian war is resurrected. Scotland must avoid a loss against the group leaders Norway to keep their World Cup dream alive. Match day 2 is underway. Tartans versus the Lions in Bordeaux. Midland on the edge of the area sprays it against the goalpost. Cross cleared away by Johnson. Lambert rolls it inside to Burley. Oh! 1-0! Burley hurling the Scots into the lead in brazen fashion. Craig's Comet, Burley's bullet, a Celtic signature in the southwest of France. Scotland have found their lust for life in Group A. Rekdal charging down the flank, comes back in himself. Here's Mackland, off the crossbar. Out wide to Kevin Gallagher. Comes back, full back for support. And this comes off the back of the head of Stig Inge Bjornby. It's a haunting own goal for Norway to concede. A precarious 2-goal deficit to come back from. They enhance it. Seeking out Solskjaer. Cleared out to safety. 7 minutes for Norway to find anything to build upon before half-time. Flo, saved by Leighton. Terrible clearance, and Flo makes no mistake about it. On the rebound, Norway are back into the game. The blame doesn't fall squarely on Jim Leighton, but rather the man who gave Scotland their euphoric lead, Burley, with the dreadful clearance. Up the line to Gallagher, whips in a furious cross to Lambert. Torre-Andre Flo turning into a bit of a World Cup darling for Norway. Here's Flo again, Solskjaer surrounded by yellow shirts. Fortunately for him, they're not Brazilian ones. Still, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Rekdal across the face of goal, and once again, it is the terrible Torre-Andre Flo. Even Flo, goals arrive like butterflies. And now Scotland have to chase them away. Remarkable response from Norway. They restarted the scoreline before half-time. Collins pops open the cork and couldn't bring it down under the crossbar. Leon Hartson, Midland, Flo. Oh, he tries to replicate Burley's strike from earlier. Scotland had 2 hands on 3 points, but dropped them all, then won. It's Norway 2, Scotland 2. And the country ranked first in the world can be the first in the World Cup to qualify for the knockout stages. Just 1 win against Morocco, who also happened to be 1 loss away from being the first team eliminated from France 98. Cafu having a go at keeping up with Hadda, and the Brazilians have collided with each other. Abdel Jalil Hadda. A stunning start for Morocco. Undoubtedly the underdogs. And the world champions Brazil have started a goal down for the 2nd game in a row. Al-Hadriouai slams on the brakes. It's into the centre to Hadda. Perhaps a little too casual with the flick on. Cross from Cafu. It's Ronaldo. At the far post, he converts it. Game on, 1-1. It was Youssef Chippo who failed to deal with the cross with any conviction. And when you give the World Player of the Year a breadcrumb, he'll turn it into a banquet. Bebeto to Ronaldo. Flicks it back over to return. Bebeto! Who could have imagined Morocco holding Brazil 25 minutes into this game at Nantes? Leonardo laid off to Rivaldo. Oh my God! Rivaldo ruins Morocco's standing with a rocket. Brazil turn the game around in next to no time. That is a handsome hit from the ugliest player on the pitch, Rivaldo. Saber and Hadji trying to impersonate the Brazilian Dracula. Struck first time by Ronaldo, hits the post. Ronaldo picks up Bebeto, he beats two defenders for the price of one, and it's the third goal for Brazil. Once they start, they seemingly never stop. Little Charal, as Romario once christened him. Crybaby in Portuguese, probably more applicable to the Moroccans right about now. Bebeto returning the favour to Ronaldo, who's on his fast track for goal number 4, and he selflessly shares it with Bebeto. Second goal of the World Cup for him. Ronaldo wants to bring everyone up with him in the goal-scoring charts. He's just one shy of equaling his record 4 years earlier in the United States. Bebeto to Ronaldo, and there is the 4th for Brazil, the 4th for El Fenomeno, and the 4th nail in the coffin of Morocco. Corner played short. Is there more time for more Brazilian fun? And it's Dunga at the far post, cleared away to safety. Dunga again. And Ronaldo has his hat-trick denied, so Bebeto can earn his. Well, if you bet your house on Ronaldo scoring the most goals for Brazil today, you'll be homeless. Fortunately for Morocco, they have one to go to. They're on their way now. They may have defensive dysfunction, but goal scoring hasn't been an issue for the champions Brazil. Austria are on the bubble in Saint-Étienne. They were outmatched by Cameroon on match day 1. However, Chile were indomitable against Italy. A slice of Marcelo Salas set them on their way with a well-earned point against the runners-up of the last World Cup. Marcelo Salas, the first roll. Salas and Sierra and Salas between themselves. Concel with a good save. Vettel, plenty of space for a crossing. Just couldn't reach Polster. Here's Herzog on the volley. Soaring into the sweet hands of Tapia. Tony Polster trying to free up some of that Austrian congestion. Vettel and Polster is untouched in the area. He's poked it down the centre of the goal. Austria have their first World Cup goal. Courtesy of the captain, it's Tony Polster, who plays his football in Cologne in Germany. Chile, we're chilling a little too much. Rushri being pushed up wide. Oh, that's a clever sneaky pass to Sierra. He's poked it beyond the bounds of Concel. Less than 10 minutes into the second half in Saint-Étienne. Chile are level once again in this World Cup. Andy Herzog, no option to go for it alone. Herzog ruins it completely. Kobawa eventually joins up and throws his hands up in dismay. Austria 1, Chile 1. You wouldn't expect to call Cameroon the group leaders over the Italians, but here we are. The Azzurri will chase the African Lions for the top spot in Group B on match day 2. An incredible confidence boost awaits if Cameroon can beat Italy and qualify. Almost a flying start for Italy, punted at Songo. Here's Christian Vieri. Look at that, Son can stop him. And the football about as ugly as Donatello Versace. Baggio couldn't tap it home, but luckily for him, Di Biagio makes some sense of the clumsy combination of defence and attack. Italy take the lead against Cameroon. Well, at least Vieri has broken open the floodgates a lot earlier than they did against Chile and Bordeaux. Not the most graceful of goals we'll see in these World Cup finals. Roberto Baggio deprived of his second goal of the tournament, albeit for the greater good. Mboma blasts it against the studs of Pajluka, and the power couldn't follow up on the spillage. He fell for the feint of Maldini. Rome gets the cross in, and Aman Biek was ambitious but couldn't direct it back on target. Cannavaro's completely misjudged it, and he may have gave it to Mboma on a plate. Nesta sweeps up the rebound. Pajluka survives again. Biak takes it away from Di Biagio. Mboma blocked by a stunning save. Gianluca Pajluka. It's not a string of saves, it's a never-ending rope. Guerrero with the simple pass to Vieri. Cameroonian corner. Oh, and it slipped in. It's come off the chest of Albertini of all players. It's an Italian daydream of a goal. No real danger from this. Creeps in off the shoulder of the Italian. Here is Rome down the flank. It's Mboma, and it bounces off the post. Swung in again, it's missed everyone in a blue shirt. And it's been bungled in, and this time, it's off the cartwheeling Ipoa. It's a Cameroonian car crash for the Italians. It's running away from the World Cup runners-up of '94. Ipoa, shut down by Nesta. Here is Biak. No one in the blue shirt wants to impede. Maldini takes a stab at it, and he stabbed the wrong body part of Biak. 3-1 for Cameroon. The captain, Amon Biak, has slotted it under the armpits of Pajluka. Gianluca Pajluka goes the right way with the wrong energy. Joseph Deservi Job comes back on himself, bends one in, and Ipoa crumples in. Goal number 4. His second of the night. It's a Merkage in Montpellier from Cameroon. Del Piero, Baggio, Almerera. So many O's can the Italians give their fans. Another O. Well, Baggio! The silver-haired superstar sustains the sensation of the Italian passion. Game is back on, and he couldn't have placed that any tighter from an open goal. Christian Vieri, does he clip the post? Inzaghi meets it first, but it won't count. Inzaghi, 1-2 played between him and Vieri. Direct hit on Songo. Di Biagio, the first goal scorer. Albertini to Del Piero, he prods it past Songo. And Italy are closing the gap on the Cameroonians. Never write off the Italians. And we should keep an eye on this young marauder, Del Piero. Like Christian Vieri, his first World Cup. And he may have made a crucial impact. The cross is met by Inzaghi. Highly valued save from Songo. 2 minutes for Cameroon to play out. And the historic victory will be theirs. And Lorenz made a terrible error. Inzaghi has hit it against Songo. There's no mistaking the rebound. Filippo Inzaghi has equalised for Italy. There's got to be 1 minute left on the clock. And they've wiped out this Cameroonian lead. It's the future Arsenal defender, Lorenz, who's thrown it away for Cameroon. 8-goal magic in Montpellier. Italy 4, Cameroon 4. The former European champions will clash with the former African champions. The Scandinavians on the par with the World Cup hosts in Group C. They can use Bafana as a springboard into the last 16 here in Toulouse. The younger of the large-up siblings with a cross to his older brother, knocks down by Helveg. Good save from Vonk. And there's the knock-on for Quinton Fortune to latch onto at the expense of the defender. Great stretch from Schmeichel. Cross from Kolding. Jorgensen off the crossbar, and Muller fails on the follow-up. First attack of the second half is from Denmark. Yati nearly somehow screws up a simple cross. Unfortunately for him, Laudrup has a bent foot. Laudrup one-on-one. It's a spectacular double save from Vonk to prevent the Scandinavian captain from securing a lead. Sean Bartlett will get a second chance, and he succeeds on the encore. Bartlett has the ball fed back to him from the deflection off of the defender, and South Africa take the lead over Denmark, who surely should be 3 goals up by now. Reaper miscoordinates the cross, and it allows Fury free rein to double the lead for Bafana here at the 98 World Cup. They have stunned what arguably must be the favourites in this encounter. Benny McCarthy. And look at Bartlett in an ocean of space. Schmeichel defends it for now. And it's a predatory tap-in from Benny McCarthy. The 1996 champions of Africa lead by 3 clear goals over Denmark. Well, that will make Group C a lot more interesting. South Africa 3, Denmark 0. World Cup homecoming for the hosts, who are about to perform in their home stadium. The last gasp winner against the groups. Now, new leaders from Zinedine Zidane on match day 1 has put them in prime position to qualify via a victory over Saudi Arabia. And the long pass cut out by Desai. Here's Al-Sharani. Al-Jaber, one-on-one with Bartes. Denied by the iconic, bold goalkeeper, Al-Jaber. Sami Al-Jaber scrapes it wide with a low pinging strike. Kovac to Lilian Thuram, who's found himself in advanced waters. And the corner is pinged in by Stefan Kovac. 1-0 to France, and they've done it a lot faster than they did against the South Africans. They had to wait until half-time for their first goal. This go-around, it's a lot more punctual in the Stade de France. Thierry Henry galloping past 2 defenders, posing no match for him. Aldeye keeps the score low. Great technique from Zidane. It's plucked away from the goal line from Aldeye. And he's done it again. Great reflexes on the follow-up save. And Zidane's free kick is bludgeoned away. And here comes the Saudi captain, Al-Jaber. He lunges past Laurent Blanc. Desai trying to keep up. And Al-Jaber, oh my God! Forget about Diego Maradona in '86. That may go down as one of the most audacious solo goals in the history of the World Cup. Al-Jaber picks it up from outside of his own box, sprints in a near straight line across the field and leaps it over the shiny skull of Fabien Barthez. Weivach waits for assistance from Thierry Henry, and Henry still can't hit the target. Al-Jaber stopped by Barthez. Corner to France. And there it is, it's converted. The lead restored. And it's David Trezeguet. An unmistakable hit from the near post. First World Cup goal from the young man from Monaco. The two T's for Twin Towers from Monte Carlo, Thierry Henry and David Trezeguet, the French wildcards of the World Cup. Here's Trezeguet again, just couldn't get the ball from out of his feet. It's rebounded to Didier Deschamps, who delivers dynamite in Saint-Denis. Well, the world witnessed a great strike from Clarence Seedorf here in this very stadium 1 week ago on match day 1, while Didier Deschamps has practically deleted that goal from memory. Didier Deschamps with the 8th piece of French art. Zidane, Trezeguet, threads a fabulous ball through to his Monaco teammate Thierry Henry. Corner comes swinging in, and it slams home via the unmistakable crown of Zinedine Zidane. Deja vu of their opening encounter, a late goal from the soon-to-be World Player of the Year, Zinedine Zidane. Shock horror, Saudi Arabia are removed from yet another World Cup. Two of the previous World Cup's most exciting teams, Bulgaria and Nigeria, will play for more than 1 point surely in Paris, all square in this group after match day 1. Group of death or group of life? You decide. Well, it's a textbook way of getting a cross in. It sails onto the skull of Hristo Stoichkov, the Bulgarian legend, who levelled for the Lions late on against Paraguay. Picks off where he left off. Great opening goal against Nigeria. Ivanov has got his shoelaces crossed, and Olise couldn't punish him. Ivan Lukanu galloping through the defence with the lanky legs. And Ipegba does his best to improvise. Stoichkov intercepted. Nankov returns it, but taken away from a Paraku. And Stoichkov with a stunning hit. Bulgaria have a monopoly on the lead over Nigeria. Blasted in over the post by Stoichkov. Here comes Petkov down the left-hand channel, seeking out Stoichkov. He's on a hat-trick. Taken for Nigeria at the end of the first half. It's Nwangwu Kanu. Would be very difficult to contest with the height of the future Arsenal striker. Babangida, Ipegba, and he times the free pass perfectly to Babangida, who takes it all by himself. He's drilled it beyond Dravkov, and Nigeria have squared the game. And speaking of games, one of the fastest players in the history of PES on the score sheet, Babangida. Nankov, Kostandinov. Yankov has to time his turn perfectly, and he does, he wells it in, and Bulgaria are back in front for the first time in the second half. Zlatko Yankov on 60 minutes. Whips it into the bottom corner. And now Nwangwu Kanu is away. And the first feint doesn't do anything to deceive Dravkov. Oh, it's volleyed home by Nankov. Bulgaria now have a 2-goal cushion. Rifai is dizzied and disorientated. He's pinged in off the volley, off the post. Here is Babangida. It's across the face of goal, and it's the deftest of connections from Yakini. It rolls in slow motion past Dravkov. It's a game that keeps on giving goals. 7 of them to be precise here in the Parc des Princes in Paris. Oh, what a touch from Yakini. Surely can level now. No. And that aggressive persistence may pay off for Nigeria. Yakini across the face of goal is Kanu, who couldn't bury it. That was the chance. And Bulgaria have the first 3 points of the fourth group, Group D. Future world champion Spain have a second chance at making a first impression they take on their South American opposition Paraguay in Saint-Etienne, who can keep up with the Bulgarians in Group D. Free pass down the line to the Spanish Prince Raul. Raul is backwards and is blazed wide. Corner to Paraguay. It's off the line. Not for long though. It's a goal. After only 4 minutes, Campos has taken the lead against Spain, the underachievers, who go a goal down for the second match in a row. It's blocked on the goal line by Aguilera, but nothing can be done about the follow-up. Oh, it's lashed on the volley by Hierro. And the corner is whirled in. It misses everyone. Sergi keeps it alive with the cross. Pizzi off the post and is pounced upon by Raul. Just over 20 minutes, Spain have a goal. It took them until the near end against Nigeria to find the net. Well, they figured it out faster. Unfortunate for Pizzi off the goalpost. Thankfully for him, Raul had his back. Cardoso ignores it, lets it run through to Paredes, and it's just as well. He's nailed it to the back of the net. Paraguay have led Spain once again. Paraguay would come to be eliminated in Spain's World Cup winning campaign in the knockout stages. But for now, they have an influence over La Roja. Saint-Etienne has a South American flavour tonight. And Raul couldn't make the connection he hoped for. Easy takings for Chilavert. Here is Jose Cardoso. Good footwork from him. Strike blocked. It's still Cardoso. Spain's defence couldn't get their fingers on that ball. Pizzi couldn't make the connection. Luis Enrique on a lovely floating volley. Just wasn't low enough. Raul's there again. Spain continue to be a pain in the back passage of Paraguay. The Spanish Prince, Raul. Second World Cup goal for him, and this is where his legacy begins. Fernando Morientes on the turn, he's away, and Pizzi gives the Spanish the lead for the first time. They are snowballing in confidence in Saint-Etienne. Spain may be famous for their paella. Well, why not a tempting slice of Pizzi? Potent poacher's finish. Paraguayan defense running after Morientes like school children. The perfect Spanish comeback, last minute winner, sees Spain join fellow Europeans Bulgaria at the top of the table. We are halfway through match day 2. Mexico entertained us on the opening game against South Korea, and Belgium gave their neighbours Holland a slice of Red Devil deviation. A win here for Mexico, and they can enter the knockout stages of the World Cup for the first time since they hosted it in 1986. Luis Garcia pushes it on. Look how quickly Blanco emerges to spring a surprise on Dualde. Come back out to Roberto Aspe. It shoots in the bottom corner. Garcia Aspe, the Mexican captain, catches Mexican feelings and excitement. They are on the verge of knockout stage football. Schifo, Wilmot, Schifo across the face of goal. Oliveira couldn't tap it in. Hernandez turns, looks up, finds Luis Garcia as an option. Garcia is spilled and is mopped up by Aspe for his second goal of the game. 4 goals in 2 games for Mexico, yet to concede a goal in these World Cup finals. Luis Garcia spindles it wide. Wilmot Over the Belgian free kick, it's close. Blanco stands over the Mexican free kick. Can he repeat the trick against the South Koreans? Not far off at all. And Kirkhoven, crossing opportunity. Oliveira, and it's fell to Impenza, off the post. Cleared off of the goal line. Mexico move on to the knockout stages. 20 years on from the controversy of the 1978 World Cup, the Netherlands have redemption on their minds. 90s Netherlands were a gift of footballing talent. Can they avoid making it all go in vain as they take on South Korea to send the Asians home and boost their hopes of qualification for the second round? The Davids. Early warning signs there from the Netherlands. Overmars plonks it right on the top of the head of Ronald de Boer. Oh, he planted that. Glorious glancing header from the all-rounder winger, Ronald de Boer. The Netherlands lead in impatient fashion in Marseille. Koku just keeps it running to Bergkamp. Whipped into the bottom corner. 2-0 up in 10 minutes. The Netherlands are surely about to book a long night for the South Koreans at the Velodrome. Arthur Newman. Cross pinned into Bergkamp. There is Kim De Kien. Clashes with Davids, it's a stalemate. Kim De Kien, saved by the feet of Van der Sar. Seedorf comes close to adding a third. Seems almost like the Dutch used all of their goal-scoring prowess in the first 10 minutes. And Bergkamp couldn't keep it down for a third. There's Kim De Kien. Choi Sung-yu, so close to a consolation. Van Hooydonk. Bergkamp. Kluivert knocks it onto Van Hooydonk. Direct hit on the South Korean keeper. Just 4 years to go until the South Koreans make history in the next World Cup. But for now, the current one is over for them. In Lyon, we won't talk about the 1990s Pacific politics of Iran and the United States. It's just football. And the hosts of the previous World Cup gave Germany a bit of a scare in Paris, which means Iran better beware. Here comes the cross from Pope. Jones nods it wide. Snatched away by Regis. Regis belting the cross. Hell of a lot of power generated from Begele on the diving header. Still, he spools it into the stands. First time cross from Mardavicchia, Estili. Here comes Kobe Jones. Threads it through to Ramos. Ramos! Tipped aside by Abed Zadar. Claudio Reyna. McBride flicks it up and smashes it on the turn to send the United States into the lead against Iran. And it's a finish that's reminiscent of Adriano Copa America 2004. Up the line to Ali Daei. Estili. Azizi announces a comeback. What a goal! He's prodded it past Casey Keller with the nose. Estili turns and lifts it into the air for Azizi to headbutt it past the future Fulham keeper. Iran have found a new lease of life. His men advance with a cross in to Ali Daei. The Iranian legend finally gets his World Cup goal. And the game has been flipped on its head like a coin in ISS on the SNES. What has happened to the United States? Claudio Reyna bullies his way back onto the ball. Brian McBride, one last chance for him. and it's sent wailing wide. And Iran have a historic World Cup victory over the United States. One of the unbeknownst enticing World Cup matches of match day 2. European champions Germany take on the ambitious underdogs of Yugoslavia, who could book themselves a fast track ticket out of Group F with a victory over one of the World Cup favourites. Mijatovic out here giving Köpke a warm-up. Here's Jeremy's. Klinsmann! Played out wide from Haman to Jeremy's once again. And Klinsmann emerges to sky it again. Here's Stojkovic. It's still Stojkovic, and the finish is so disappointing. Haman. Jeremy's. Out wide to Müller. Great collection from Müller. Bierhoff. One option remains. It's Klinsmann, and it's belted in with his back to goal. Germany's captain Jürgen Klinsmann clinches a World Cup lead against Yugoslavia. His first goal of the 1998 edition. Djugovic carrying it into the German penalty area. Has to go by himself. Djukic goes backwards to Dejan Stankovic, pokes it through to Milicevic. Lays it off to Didi Hamann, screeches wide. 10 minutes to go for Germany to hold on. Cross from Andreas Müller is connected by Jürgen Klinsmann, second goal of the 98 World Cup. For the legend, the captain, the European champion, Jürgen Klinsmann. Tucked away at the far post, not a lot the keeper can do. His fate was sealed, as are the 3 points for Die Mannschaft. Bierhoff is poked on to the legendary loafer Matthias. He couldn't tuck it away. Now or never, a goal for Yugoslavia. Kovacevic throws it away for the Eastern Europeans, but Germany scored twice. Yugoslavia 9. Tunisia take on the Tricolor in Montpellier. Not a bad rebound from the tragedy of '94 for Colombia. The late Rincon adding to that score sheet on match day 1. The Tunisians showed promise against the English. Ball over the top to Asprilla. What a touch! How does he not curl it on target? Slimani may be able to get the jump on the Colombians. He does, he's away. Oh, he's through. First goal to Tunisia. Well, he's about to become the most prolific Tunisian goal scorer at this World Cup. 1 goal against England, 1 against Colombia. They're resting their hopes on that man. Gonzalo trying to pick out Valencia. Alaouir cuts him off. Lozano. Here's Valencia again. It bobbles wide. Slimani sends Valderrama to the ground. Is tipped away by Mondragon. Tunisia keeping the pressure on. And it's another reactionary stop. Lano. Valencia. He's away. Wrong side of the net. Tunisia have 3 points in the bag. It's a World Cup milestone. Romania and England commence the first of their two-parter. They will collide in 2 years' time in Belgium. But for now, they touch down in Toulouse. Glenn Hoddle's men can book their passage to the second round with a victory over the Tricolor. Sheringham takes it on his chest. Hadji couldn't clear it in time. Beckham punts it at Stalea. Here is David Beckham. Game decided to pick up the pieces. It is caught by Stalea. Hit first time from Montagnier. Comfortable save from Seaman. He couldn't run away with it. Scholes, now the England counter-attack commences. Showing him. And here's Alan Shearer. This may well be a dream start for England. There is the goal. It's Alan Shearer with his third of the World Cup. And now I can say it. Counter-attack of death. Vintage Alan Shearer goal. Set piece for Hagi to bring Romania back into the play. He's fell backwards to Montagnier. Cross comes in from Montagnier and is converted at the near post by Moldova. Romania tie up the game in Toulouse. Viorel Moldovan, who scores against England, plays his football in England for Coventry City. A piece of taunting trivia. Scholes. Inks. Into David Beckham. It's off the crossbar. Dangerous cross comes in, hoofed away by Anderton. Romania keeping it alive. And it's blocked by Gary Neville. Adrian Illy had the chance to put Romania in front. Here's Teddy Sheringham. Oh, it's bent, it's bad, it's ugly. Batty. Lisso. Ince comes forward. Here's Alan Shearer. What a hit! Unstoppable power from the Newcastle striker. Goal number 4 of the FIFA World Cup of '98. What a hit! Scholes keeps up with the tide as the waves crash onto the beach of Alan Shearer's shore. Shearer finds Owen and it's deflected in of Stalaya. The young Michael Owen, the Scout Starlet of the World Cup, gets his first in his account. And now England are replicating the momentum they found against Tunisia. Popescu trying to orient himself, loops it into the area towards Illy, and Seaman comes off the mark. David Beckham trying to get a head start on the flank. It's generously poked through to Owen. Couldn't convert, but Shearer is there with the hat-trick. It's the hat-trick for the living England legend, Alan Shearer. And that puts his goal-scoring total to 5. England are getting faster and faster as the game wears on. Scholes to Owen to his right. Back to Paul Scholes in the middle. Oh, and he sends Stalaya into the turf where he remains. Paul Scholes goes around the goalkeeper. 5 fantastic goals for the Three Lions. England will play in the second round of the World Cup. 5 goals to 1. Group H, the group of hope, the group of life. For the first time ever, worlds collide at the World Cup, literally as Croatia and Japan face each other in the tournament for the first time. Croatia, as we know, would finish third in the tournament in reality. They are just 3 points away from returning to the path that could replicate most World Cup final performances. Ito strike blocked by the knee of the Croatian defender. Nanami up the line to Masashi Nakayama. Stanovic wins the duel. Is Suket. It's blocked and Boban turns up to tuck it wide for Croatia. 2 Croatians lined up in the penalty area. Suket scored from the skull against the Jamaicans. It's brazenly wide here. Stanovic. Suket waiting for support on the edge of the penalty area. Soldo trying to work out a way through. Suket. Asanovic clears the crossbar. Last chance of the first half for Croatia is Asanovic. It whistles past the post. Suket. Vlahovic left to his own devices. He tries to pass it into the net and he misses. Boban. Asanovic. It's back to Asanovic. Great save from Kawaguchi. Free kick comes in, this flicks on to Nakata at the far post. It's a game of neutral nullification. Croatia and Japan cancel each other out. And now for the final game of match day 2. Argentina could make it through to the round of 16 at the expense of the Reggae Boys, Jamaica, in the nation's capital, the Alba Celeste. Stole it at the death against Japan. Here was Darren Powell. Dion Burton daring to run. And the Argentinians fearless. Burton sends Roa into a panic. Simeone. Here's Almeida. Veron. And it's clutched by Warren Barrett. Ariel Ortega can't do much better than hitting the wall. Batistuta couldn't follow up. Christopher Dawes gets around Almeida. Beautiful pass to Boyd. Comes to nothing. Claudio Lopez onto Batistuta. Back to Lopez. He squeezes a shot through, just barely. Almeida. Veron. Batistuta. And Simeone! It's in! It's a goal! It's a lead! From the eventual villain in the eyes of the English, Diego Simeone. Atletico Madrid's future hero. Hell of a hit on the first attempt. Boyd pushing it through to Paul Hall. And Hall is leapfrogging the Argentinian defense. He's done it. He's equalized with Argentina. There is the goal the Jamaicans will never forget. Totally against the run of play. Argentina hadn't even settled. Big Roy Simpson sends in the cross. It's nearly tucked in for a historic lead. Lopez. Batistuta returns it to Claudio Lopez. Ruins it. Up the line from Chamot. Almeida to Claudio Lopez. Slight Cruyff turn from Claudio Lopez. What a save from Barrett. Almeida sprays it out wide to Juan Sebastian Veron. Batistuta for the chance for the match winner. It's wrong. He gets it all wrong. All but certainly the last roll. The Argentinian dice. Crespo finds Batistuta. He's belted it past Barrett. The Jamaicans are out of the World Cup because Batigol has gunned them down. He has shot a man down. Pum. Alba Celeste in the last 16. Well, the participation was fun for Jamaica while it lasted. Famous equaliser against Argentina is in history, but wait, they've done it again! Chris Hawes with the equalising goal. That will mean even more than anything Paul Hall accomplished earlier in the game. Batistuta scoring the winner surely with the last kick of the game, and Jamaica come back with an insulting extension to keep their World Cup dream alive. Argentina 2, Jamaica 2. It's time for the World Cup recap. Brazil, unsurprisingly, into the second round. Italy, Chile and Cameroon will have to find out in the final game to follow. France could still be eliminated if Denmark have anything to do with it. Bulgaria and Spain toe-to-toe with Nigeria and Paraguay in pursuit. Mexico qualify ahead of the Netherlands in Group E. European champions Germany, one tough test remaining against Yugoslavia. England are almost certainly through. Just a matter of winning the group. And finally, havoc awaits on matchday 3 in Group H. Alan Shearer's hat-trick assures he is in the top goal-scoring position, ahead of World Player of the Year Ronaldo. The darlings of '94, Klinsmann and Baggio, are tied with Zinedine Zidane.